to do something a little different today. We're going to melt some sterling silver, 925. It's been at least a year since I've melted sterling. There's some dust in here. All the charcoal dust that comes off of it. It's very cold too. Wow. And then you can't see in here. Maybe you can. There you go. That shiny stuff at the bottom of the crucible is hardened borax. Okay, the temperature set for 975. We got a ways to go. The fact that it's 49 degrees in here, we got a long way to go. Gives me some time to set up a few things. Close this lid to keep the heat in. Okay. So here's the sterling I have. This thing is huge. I can't imagine what I have to do to get it into the crucible. I could probably cut it. I don't want to use my grinder because I'm going to lose material that way. This thing is really heavy, and I might have to bust into it because it's really heavy right here, and I wonder if it's weighted in here. Now this is a beautiful candlestick. I might not melt this, but I might be able to get some money for that. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, don't melt it, it's sterling. Well, if you like it so much, you buy it in an online auction. I spent my money on it, so I'm going to do what I want with it. Also have a fork here. What the fork? I believe that's 925. Here's another piece of sterling that I melted in the past. And then finally just a couple beads of sterling from the last time I melted it. Screw it. So, are these things enough to do a melt? I don't even think this is going to fit in here. Could probably put it on the top and let it melt down in. All the precious metals weirdos crying their eyes out because they see me cutting this. You go out and buy your own, and then you can do whatever you want with it. This is a pretty stout bowl right here. I don't even know if I'll be able to cut that. Yeah. cutting sterling silver. Ooh. Gonna need gloves for the next part because that's sharp. Even that won't fit. This big old thing. Look at that, it just crumbles up. He's cutting sterling silver. Cry me a river. See, there's a lot of old school guys out there that are wearing an ascot like Thurston Howell or bow ties, and they smell like mothballs. And they're all worried about saving this stuff. Well, don't know what to tell you, bro. You smell like mothballs. That's all your problem, not mine. Yeah, I might try to sell this. It's really hard to know how much is weighted. I'm pretty sure it's weighted down at the bottom. Is it weighted in the middle too? I don't know. That makes it easier to hold. He's a monster. That would be nice. Let's wait up this way instead. Cut it? What do I do? No, I ain't cutting it. 470. We need 975. It is now 58 degrees in the garage, so I was able to turn the heater off. First thing I'm going to do is put these tiny little pieces in there. Then we're going to put some of this in here to get it starting to melt. Ooh, look at it. Ooh. Yeah, we got some smoke coming out of there already. Now he had that little candelabra thing, candle holder. I'll put that in there. Just to reiterate, the last couple videos I've done, it was like 30 degrees in my garage, 38 degrees in here, something like that. So I'm running this heater with this tank, the tank that's giving me problems. Now in here, you can see that the tank is freezing, but this old piece is not freezing. And this piece that's going into it is also not freezing. That, Ricky, is what's normal. And yes, if I got to the point where it was doing this, I would put this into this pail with water and unfreeze it. Instead, the issue I'm trying to figure out is the reverse, where this whole thing is freezing. I don't see any frost on this hose. Mr. It happens all the time, so common, whatever, dude. Idiot. Okay, we're at 746. I have to assume it's Celsius. 975 is what it should be, so we're getting there. I had this at the top and it was pretty bloody hot. I'm gonna wait for it to get hotter, get up to temp before I try that maneuver right there. Actually, I'm gonna pull the molds that I want to pour into. Color Metals molds. I think those are going to be too big. What I'm looking for is this one. The lions. The lions look absolutely amazing in sterling. I've got 2 of those molds. Oh. Would I like a Sculler Metals one? Yes. I'll bring it over there. Here's the problem with this. Because it's so big, it's going to take a lot of material to fill up. And this mold is going to have to be so bloody hot, because it's going to start to harden before it gets to the outside. That's the problem that I would have with this mold, with this kind of material. Of course, that's just me being a noob talking. And I also have a Donald Trump sterling silver, or a Donald Trump mold. That would be a nice one too. He's getting inaugurated tomorrow. And if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you about that either. You already had 4 years of oatmeal brain. That was after 8 years of Obama and his husband, Big Mike.
Order in the court.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to use to heat this up. Okay. Looks like it fell down some. Don't want to do too much of that because I don't want to scrape the graphite off of the inside and have it go in my material. The old Trump round. Yeah, he's going to be the first convicted felon, I think, to take office. So you could look at it that way, or you could look at it as, I mean, how bad was the person that we had that they couldn't even beat a convicted felon? Makes you wonder. Makes me wonder. Actually, I don't wonder at all, I know. Just gonna have to dust off the knee pads to get her next job, it looks like. Oh, very close. Let's give that a minute. Things are looking good. Oh, look at that. She's gone. There it goes, melted. Pretty basic little fork. See ya. Now, here's the big question, guys. Can we get that thing to melt? Ooh, that's hot. Still not doing it. There it goes, baby. And it has disappeared. It hit and it was done. How about that? And like last time, it was total garbage. This stuff is hard to pour, baby. I think it gets, well, still don't think the mold's probably hot enough yet. Take this. Set it in there, let it melt. Luckily, it melts pretty quick. Okay, that might be a good one. Might. Still a little lumpy. It's got some contamination in there for sure. Ugh. Yeah. Tell you what, let me get a stir stick. Looks like pretty good clarity with it though, actually. Okay, so I can clean that one off. I'm going to use a copper rod here and stir it. There's borax in there from the last time I ran this, and when you stir with this, the borax should stick to this. Just going to use my hands. Got gloves on. Okay. Okay, that got quite a bit out. That stuff is bubbling, it's hot. Let's set this up, get it ready to pour again. Dang. I poured that one a little too slow, or else it would have been perfect. I think it's gonna show a flaw. No, that looks good. Except it's still cloudy as heck. Now that one was a beaut. Oh man, that one looks nice. Only thing is, I'm thinking I want to do a Sculler Metals one. I'm going to remelt this. See if we can't get this one heated up. I'm just setting the mold over the crucible real quick. Try to get it some heat. Pretty hot. Okay, let's try it. Gotta pour it fast. Oh, I think that went really good. It's just a matter of what it looks like on the other side though, but it stayed liquid. All the letters didn't come out. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's a lot of indentation in this mold for that silver to get down into every little crack and crevice, because it's wanting to harden almost immediately. I've got just a tiny bit left. I'm going to try to put it right in the middle of that skull. That didn't work well. Now this is going to go into my jar. Save it for the next time. That's a leftover piece of 925 that I'll hold on to. And that mold is still hot.